Lieutenant Drebin, police squad.
Oh, I remember you, Drebin. What do you want?
I want to ask you some questions. You familiar with that face?
I don't know. My memory ain't so great.
Oh, yeah? Maybe this will refresh your memory.
I don't know, it's still kind of hazy.
How about this?
Yeah, I remember him. I used to see him around. Why do you want to know?
I can't tell you that.
Well, maybe this'll help.
I really don't think I should.
Yeah, you still don't think so?
All right, his name is Nordberg. He's a cop.
He was no cop. He was dealing H.
What?
I'm telling you, he was dirty.
Oh, you sniveling scum. I ought to run you in right now.
All right. He worked at Ludwig Shipping. He tried to push something on one of my boys, I swear it. So what are you going to do about it, copper?
Well, why should I tell you?
Maybe this'll help.
I still don't think I should tell you.
Can you spot me at 20? How about now?
All right, I'm going down to Ludwig's office.
What comes to your mind when you think of bribes? You may think about politicians or law officials or some other prominent official, but have you ever thought about the fact that we're offered bribes all the time in our day-to-day lives? Let me kind of give you some idea of where this series came from. There was a time in the Garden of Eden when Eve was presented a fruit, and she was told that if she would partake of this fruit, she would be wise like God. But it was a bribe. She wasn't wise enough to know that there was something behind the bribe. What she saw was the fruit, but there was a price to pay afterwards. As a matter of fact, King David, standing on the rooftop of his home, he sees his neighboring wife. He sees the offer, but again, there's something behind it. He does not see the consequences. Bribes are given to us to sometimes compromise our moral beliefs, compromise something that we strongly believe in. But it seems to be presented in such a way where it's not so readily seen. As we look at the Bible, I believe we can see those kinds of opportunities presented throughout the scriptures. But the ultimate bribe to me that caused this series to come about was when Jesus Christ had risen from the dead, and the soldiers who were on duty that night realized that he was gone. That could have been death in those days. So they go to the religious people, really, and tell them his body is gone. They put their heads together and they begin to concoct a story and say, listen, we will give you some money if you just don't tell the truth. Yeah, a bribe is always connected to covering up the truth. This month we're going to investigate Don't Take the Bribe. Bribes are being offered to us all the time. Whenever we compromise our standard in the scriptures, we are being offered a bribe. I believe God wants us to be able to stand in those things that we know, believing that he has our very back. And all I'm trying to suggest to us is that we don't need to take the bribe. Remember, the bribe we may see, but there's always something behind the bribe. Why don't you join us? 1046 Hiram Davis Road, Lawrenceville, Georgia. 9:30 is our service time. And always remember, we would love to see you here.